Hello, and we are back with more Big Pharma. 5 episodes of Big Pharma. Infection Soother. I don't think I'm going to be too worried about that. Spacebar pauses the game like many other games. So we've got this new thing that we can do. Ooh, antihistamine would be easy. And that upgrades to relieve insomnia. If I'm correct, that's actually what we're going to do. Alleviate some insomnia. So this will be easy. Easy peasy peasy easy. So what I need to do is I need to get the concentration up to 4 or 6. It starts at 1, so that'll be easy. And upgrade with the dissolver. I cannot remove the nausea. So, we go to basic. We go to this. Plop that right there. And we start importing this. Now we need to get it to... This will add 3. Yep, increases concentration by 3. So this concentration will become 4 as opposed to 1, which is just where it needs to be. Then we need to put a dissolver in, which we do that with. And we'll stick the belt right here, and we can see what pops out. Ah, go to research. Research the analyzer for me. And other research dude can just sit around. So what we now have is this thing here that alleviates insomnia. Now we can get this up to concentration 15, which still gives us the active result that we need and doesn't trigger nausea. So we don't have all these insomniac people falling asleep and throwing up and dying. Because it's always fun to throw up in your sleep. So what we need to do is increase the concentration by a lot. 15, 12. So that will take 4 of these things. One, 2, 3. Oh my god. Hi. Put that there, put that there, put that there. I really do miss just stacking these things together. And then put those there. And now I don't have enough room for all the pill machines. Oh, goody! Goody, 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 goody. Actually, that's not strictly too big of a problem. Move to there. Move to there. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Whoops. That'll cause a little bit of a blip in my profit making. And now we need makers, 2 pill printers. Put there and there. And plop that there. Put these together. And there. As you can see, production becomes a bit tight eventually. But it's upgraded to alleviating insomnia. And we're getting the concentration up to where we need it to be. We need it to go up 3 more, which means it's got a long way to come around this way. And then we'll have an upgraded insomnia pill. And that is how you upgrade things. Just put there, fill the requirements, and it upgrades. You can even click on here and it tells you what it's doing as it's being done. Now, how much money we're going to make with this? 58 bucks profit per pill. We now have the analyzer. And now I can actually have you guys do something else. Back to production. Ooh, alleviates insomnia. Mr. Unbroken Poo's Dreams. Poo Dreams. Dreaming of poo. There we go. Might as well keep it going. Because I managed to make a rather unprofessional name for the company. But we're also now kind of really in the money. Which is good because we're kind of losing money. And yeah, that happens. Ingredients. Eventually, when we do the next ingredient... Oh. You're fired. What's our most used thing right now? We've got 2 products using this. Upgrade, and upgrade again. Because we're importing it over there, we're importing it right here. This section of the floor is importing these things. So that has increased our profits. We're making 190 per tick. And now, to a very large extent, it is a waiting game. Even though we've got the analyzer, I don't have the money to do anything with the analyzer right now. Oh, I forgot to start the timer. Balls. 10 more minutes set to timer. So we're going to look at our company, and we're going to see what kind of rating we're getting. Seeing as we're just kind of blind doing this, we're doing actually really quite well. We've got 2 drugs that rate as Bs, and we have one that was C+. There it is, C+, right there. And what happens is, if you get a D or something, it decreases your drug's value by 5%. A B increases it by 10%, and a C+ increases it by 5%. We're doing slightly... Well, this guy's doing absolutely terribly with the quality of his drugs. But our company, Mr. Poopyhead, is doing quite well. Current value, and we're making a decent profit on all of these things. Hooray! Now, what this thing does, this new piece of equipment we got, if I had the money to utilize it, which I now do, go to auxiliary. I can't put you directly against it anymore, so we'll throw you right there. And then we'll start importing something. There we go. We will import this. What'll happen is it starts importing it and then puts it into the analyzer and tells me where the dosage should be. Infection no more. Alternative delivery. We'll start researching the creamer now, so we can explain that next episode. And after a certain amount of time, it's kind of a random chance per use of the equipment, it'll tell you where you need the dosage to be to get the greatest effect. And then you can fine-tune your medicines. We're back in the green, that is for sure, and it's quite good. As you see, this one causes constipation at this level. Now, knowing my luck, it also it also causes it has the best relieving of cold symptoms at that level as well. Knowing my luck. Fall in demand for antibiotics. Not a big problem. Soothes cold symptoms. So at the moment, this thing, which is the Mr. Sniffles Soother Never Poo Again thing, Never Poo Again, is already at the maximum effectiveness for cold symptoms. But it's causing constipation in people. They can't go to the bathroom. Soon, maybe even this episode, we'll have... Actually, this episode will have the creamer, and I'll show you what that does. So we'll give it a few seconds. You can actually stop importing that, because it's fully researched now. What you will do instead is start researching... that. And then we'll get the dosage requirements for that thing. We'll probably build a little thing to upgrade this medicine to the point where we need... That should be fairly quickly, just that and that. And then we can figure out the dosage, the best dosage for alleviating insomnia. New AI product, good for the AI. We now have the creamer. Pause. Research. That's expensive. We're not combining things yet. Get the headquarters. Production. So now we got the creamer. We know we're kind of right next to where the strength... we're kind of right next to the strength requirement for the constipation, which is an 88% strength right there, as you can tell in the little menu there, and that is at 100%. 88% for the bad thing is not very good. Now, if you've got diarrhea and you take this medicine, brilliant. But most of our customers probably don't have diarrhea. So we go to the maker, and we buy a creamer. Park you guys over there. Dump that. Dump that. Dump that. Go to the maker, buy a creamer. Rotate, and place. So, we now have the creamer. And what that does, we'll just show you right now, now the current strength of constipation is only 44%. It cut that by half, which will increase our rating for that. But the concentration and the current strength of the cold symptoms stays where it is. What this does is it reduces the negative effects of the medicine. Mr. Cold Crusher and Not So Poo Stopper. Name. And you also need one of these to get the same production as 2 of those pill presses. And now we know where this induces nausea, right there, at that concentration level. We still don't know where it does the best antihistamine effect. Now we do. At level 2. Pause. New AI product, good for them. So what we can do now is we can improve this antihistamine by adding another one of these evaporators in. And that's what we'll do at the moment. So we're going to move this out of the way, put it there, and I do kind of like this moving thing. Poof. We're going to grab a new basic piece of equipment, another evaporator, and then we're going to move this pill press to there, move to there. Now this works only if this actually improves our grade enough. Can I copy that name? Mr. Allergy Reliever for Poop. Actually, click on this. We need to be 1 more. This takes it up to that 1 extra concentration that we need. Now we make it a product. It is now a pill. And the current profit is 71. Is a new medicine, so the rating system for these things starts all over again. Mr. Allergy... Poo Stomper. I don't know. But is now at 100% strength for the antihistamine effect, as opposed to where it was before, which wasn't quite there yet. Now that also means if we go back to our company, these new medicines start with a new rating. As a C. Not as the old rating, which was like, say, a B. And we can get rid of that to get rid of the junk. Also get that one, because they're no longer in production. There we go. And now, because we'll have like one of the best drugs on the market for relieving whatever this relieves, the score will go up. It's an antihistamine. Oh, balls, I've been having this thing. Stop! Grab this. We still have these other things that we can import and analyze. So this one's done. Let's import that and see where we can get the best hypertension relief. Research. What are you researching? Brilliant. Brillianty, 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 brillianty. And then we'll start doing these things, because we'll have to get onto that eventually anyway. What we should do is we should use our money to buy a brand new building and start pumping out one of our cures that we have that is in high demand and inexpensive and not very space-consuming to process. Throw the multi-mixer in there. So yeah, there's points where there's a lot of just sitting around and watching everything happen. So that narrows pupils at that concentration right there, which is active from 1 to 8, and at its strongest at what appears to be 5. Ooh, we have the other one done. Relieves hypertension way down there. So our hypertension drug here has not been very good. In fact, it's kind of piss. It starts at 14, but really needs to be at 9. So let's look at how we can do that. This takes it down to 1, which brings it to 13. We bring it down by another 3, it puts it at 10, and then we need to bring it down by another 1. Is it worth it to completely upgrade it? Or should we just go to the close enough method of production? That is sometimes a question that you must ask yourself. And I'll go slightly beyond this timer because I don't know if I'm actually running long or not. But we have to keep the concentration where it can be used. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it down by 3. And it won't quite get the highest rating possible. But it will get... it'll certainly get an acceptable rating. Yeah, every time you do that, you kind of lose some of your money there. Oh, balls. I want to save that space over there for stuff, because eventually we'll probably be doing things with it. Yep. So what will happen is this will take the concentration down, not quite to the best point, but each one of these machines costs money to run, which is a problem. As you see right now, the current profit is $3. Ooh, Mr. Hyperpoo relief. I have no clue how to spell relief. Close enough. That'll be acceptable. We don't have that. And that's not in competition with my stuff, so... bleh. Now we've lost profit because this costs $35 to run. Now, do we have a lot of these? No. In fact, we don't. That is the only one of these we have. So what we need is we got all these things running and costing $35. Well, remember in research, we have these 2 points. What I'm going to do with these 2 points, and what you can do yourself, is you can use them to upgrade this, where instead of costing $35 for each one of these, it costs $32. Boof. You can do that with these as well, like the pill printer and these things here. It saves you a couple bucks. This just increases the effectiveness of the cream at reducing the side effects. The not so good side effects, like constipation. And there we go. So now our hypertension medicine, which was a D, is now a C+, and going up. Our current profit is garbage. $9 per pill. That's it. Because that's not a very profitable pill. So that's what happens. It's kind of a trade-off. Do you want to increase that? You get better reputation, but it costs more, and yeah. I usually choose to do it. Or I just swap it out with something entirely different, which is also possible. Unlocks multi-mixer. Ah, yes, research. And now we'll get the shaker. Ta-da! So what we'll probably do is actually we'll shut down this production line in the next episode because it's just not profitable enough. Meanwhile, we can go back to our company, and what we see is our most profitable one is the insomnia, which isn't doing too good at the moment for some reason. And just went down. Why? Why did that just go down? It's not actually done yet. I keep forgetting to stop this thing. You! Stop! Clicky! What have we not checked? Warts. Import. Tell me where that is most effective. Back to company. So next episode, we'll replace that one production line with this thing that just keeps freaking going up and down. To be honest, the antihistamine is our best rated drug, and that is the most profitable, which is probably what we'll replace it with. This also tends to go up and down, though. If we go to cures, we go to the antihistamine, you can see it varies with the seasons. And the saturation is really quite bad. It's saturation 133%. Decreases net demand when above 100%. So that's kind of unfortunate. We'd be losing money. Ah, the joys of trying to figure out what to do next. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you next episode. See ya.